Can you tell me what the hell is happening over here? Imagine conquering 5 provinces, and at what cost? 13 corruption, 4 technologies behind, 13 ideas behind, and 60% of loans taken while only 11 of income. Yes, this is our situation as Denmark today, and this ruined campaign episode is gonna be definitely interesting. Did you know that subscribing to this channel is giving you plus 100% of chance for the 666 errors?
Impossible.
Only 9 rolls in the battles and no hunting accidents for the whole 2022nd year. Well, that's not the best situation I've ever saw, but also not the worst. We should be able to more or less fix it. Most importantly, we need to get Sweden to be loyal, because right now they're at 51 and we're at the end of the annexation, and we need to annex an ACP because we are still having the diplomatic annexation cost bonus for another 4 years. So we have to annex them in those 4 years, otherwise it's gonna take 5 or even more years than it would take right now. So to make it work, I'm gonna develop the province. That's the cheapest one, definitely the Diplo point, and now we can see that's gonna end in October 24. So just before the time that we have to do it. Even if you're insanely in debt, at this point of the game, you have to run level 1 advisors. So I'm gonna get the spy network guy, and I'm gonna get a loan and a guy for the tax meta. And look at this, we're having a war taxes. No, you don't use the war taxes outside of Age of Discovery when you have bonus for it, because this is a waste of the mid points, especially on this situation. Then I can see that we are spending so much money on the forts, which we don't really need. So to make it fixed, I'm gonna delete the fort on the capital, because we have a fleet, so we don't need a fort on the capital. And I'm gonna delete the fort in Revel, which is defending absolutely nothing, and the fort in Riga can stay, while the fort in Lund can be turned off because nobody has access to it. That way we already saved a couple of ducats. State edits are used pretty much everywhere. I need to turn off the defensive one. I need to get the trade one over here in the capital state, and over here just turn it off. Well, playing on low crown land is still very profitable on this patch, but I always keep saying that if you play your own crown land, you need to know how to do it, and clearly over here it's not the case, because look at our average autonomy. You end up with this kind of autonomy if you don't take care of that efficiently, so we'll have to fix it. Autonomy is increasing 0.125 monthly. I don't think middle focus is something that we really need right now. With really good technology, we're behind in the other two, and we're fixing the economic ideas, so let me go and focus on admin. There are 2 disasters loading for us right now. It's the cant fraud, which is gonna hurt as hell, and religious tournoi. Good thing is that religious tournoi is gonna happen a few months before the cans fraud, so we are not that much scared of it. I could try piecing out Bohemia, and what they want is to break alliance with Teutonic Order, give them some ducats and war reparations. So definitely I would like to break my alliance with Teutonic Order, because they don't have any other allies, and we would like to conquer provinces from them, especially the 3 trade centers. I didn't see that already. We have a fort on freaking Gotland. No, we don't need that. There is no time to waste. I'm gonna accept a peace deal to cancel my relations with Teutonic Order. Awesome. And pay 150 ducats on top of that. That hurts, but it's not a big of a problem. And this allows us to turn off all of the armies, to turn off all of the forts, hide this navy and also turn it off, start saving money. But by saving, I mean saving, because we need to start rooting out corruption, which is one of the biggest problems in the save game. We have 22 out of 33 loans, so we still have a limit. To fix the economic problem, we need to also fix the autonomy problem first. So I'm gonna go and start decreasing the autonomy in all of the provinces, because even in peacetime, take a look at this, it's still gonna increase. And to get rid of that, I'll have to seize land as soon as it will be possible. Danzig just broke free from Teutonic Order by Bohemia. Oh, this Austria. And we do have a claim on them, which Austria is not gonna protect. So let me move my army to Goldingen and let's go and attack them. There goes religious turmoil. Thanks to this disaster is stopped. To maximize gains and minimize spendings, I'm just taking Danzig and Kingsburg, and of course on top of that taking money and war reparations to also get a little bit more income. And those 2 provinces would join the trade company if it wasn't in Western Europe, of course. There goes integration of Sweden, that is super lovely and fixes a lot of things. First of all, a mission or high income. I don't really need it right now, but I'm gonna focus on stating all of those provinces to increase our whole potential. Check. Now we need to wait a month tick, and of course we need to gather all of the troops in one place to organize them, because I'm pretty sure we are not even over the force limit, we are the naval force limit. I know that's gonna be tons of rebels, but we do need to take care of our flank. We got our crown at over 10%. That's helping a lot, because right now autonomy is actually decreasing in the provinces. Then I'm gonna cancel the burger loans. I'm gonna take them again. This will make those guys disloyal a little bit, and for the money that Jesus got, I'll repay some of the 4% loans. Right now we're saving only 7 on interest instead of 10, and we are gonna decrease the autonomy there. That's gonna hurt the rebel situation a lot, but at the same time we'll keep increasing our economic and military I wanted to say hegemony. Well, yeah, it's 26 of income, so that's not that bad, and we're gonna keep fixing it. I should be also able right now to take care of our power projection situation. So first of all, I'm gonna insult Lithuania, and then I'm gonna embargo not Muscovy but Lithuania and England. This way we have 25 of income and only -8 of balance, even though we are fully rooting out corruption. So without rooting out corruption, we would be already having positive balance, but of course we need to get rid of this. Interestingly, even though I increased the autonomy there, it just around 2 of the others. Is it possible with my small little army to stab all of them? Not really, so I could stab only the sovereign guys. So only thing that I can do, once they hit 90%, I can start doing what I'm doing right now. Instead of 25,000, it's gonna be just 14,000 of rebels. I noticed that France hates our guts because we have the same province of vital interest, which doesn't really much make sense, and we have low trust on top of that. So first of all, I'm gonna increase their trust by just this little interaction. Now it's 38. Second of all, the promises of interest. Can we really cancel those promises from being our promises of interest? So this way, France won't be so angry at us. This way, if we wait a month or 2, they should be possibly accepting our alliance. And what's funny, France is having this coalition against them. This is one of the key tips probably from this episode. Try not to set up the same promises of interest as your own ally. Look, we have the both same promise of interest in England, and that's probably what is blocking us from being allies. And this really don't matter. This mechanic of promise of interest is pretty much useful when you want to block ally from taking promises in the peace deal, or when you want to make your vassal make claims, which in this case doesn't really matter. With this change, we are this close from allying France. Mr. France, it's really nice to do interest with you. Now we have this 80k of troops protecting us in case of anyone thinking that they could attack us. Anyway, let me go and attack Teutonic Order. For the conquest of Tuchel, Austria is still not so willing to help them. So this way, we will get another trade center in the Baltic Sea. Hitting below corruption, yes, finally. It's gonna unlock us our mission with trade efficiency in terres per annum, even more important. And we're also hitting the points cap. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the 9th Diplotech, very important. This allows us to steal the technology. So for example, right now over here, thanks to our spy network on Salzburg, we have 4% cheaper technology on the admin. So I'm just gonna go and use it. And still, I'm gonna keep saving the power points to keep getting as high as possible bonuses on these technologies. Very unfortunate, we just got attacked by Poland, but the good thing is they are helped by only Chile, Magdeburg, and thirdly they have more troops, but not so many more troops, and they are at tech 10, we are at tech 11, so that shouldn't be big of a problem to win it, just they didn't give us much time to recover. So, first things first, I'm gonna take the tech 10 on Madmin, only to unlock the new idea group, which, as we have a lot of mill points, can be either quality or something from diplomatic, and from diplomatic we could go, for example, for trade ideas to increase our economy, or diplomatic if you wanted to manage vassals and everything. Ah, screw it, if you start the quantity economic, it's super troll gameplay. Then I'm gonna go for quality ideas. If you want to roleplay the death meta, we are gonna roleplay the death meta, and let me pick infantry compatibility. Let's go and clap some Polish asses. I want to somehow base them to attack me, but they're not gonna attack me by themselves. So I'm just gonna scorch land over here, go back and wait for them to start coming to this province. And let's see. 3.9 versus 3. We have 3.2 morale in our armies. Can we win it before they reinforce? That's gonna be 5th July. We could, with good rolls. Come on, yes, we're gonna win it. And that's gonna be wipe on this 15,000 coming. I'm pretty sure about that. Stupid Poland thought that they can do something against us, but you can't do shit. That's not a wipe, but we can go and start pushing them back. If Marienburg down, now you're gonna profit from the ticking war score that's gonna increase monthly. Once we get Ostruda and we get Płock, you can see that we have pretty much whole Poland open to carpets. Of course, to slow them down at the same time here, I'm just gonna get the defensive edict. Here, I don't need anything as long as they don't have enough troops to siege it down, which will take a couple of months. What's even better, we got rid of our corruption, so the money situation is not that bad even though we're spending so much on the armies. To make this episode even more interesting, we just got declared by Muscovy.
No! God, please, no! No!
And that's gonna be far harder than Poland. This is gonna be far harder than dealing with Poland. To make that happen, I need to go and rush Warsaw. So I believe that with Warsaw, the guys down in the meantime, that doesn't help. With rushing down Warsaw, taking down the war goal, and a couple of provinces carpet siege, sack of Warsaw, yes please. That's gonna be a nice boost of manpower for us. Should have enough war score to soon peace out Poland. As we'll be getting occupied, the amount of the loans that we can take is gonna decrease, so I'm gonna take all of the loans that I can, and with the money that we're having, I will start building additional 10,000 troops that will be helping us deal with the Russians. Pretty much all I can take in the war against Poland is 120 ducats.
All that for a drop of blood.
Because we are being sieged by the Russians, and that's not gonna be such an easy war. Piecing out Poland's reoccupied some of the provinces for us, so we need to just take all of the loans again, just to be sure how much money we actually have to deal with the Russians. I'm gonna use this money to completely kill them, and then after the war we'll go bankrupt. To do that, I'm gonna get another merc stack, which is gonna be the Grand Company over here that will start sieging them down. This might be one of the key battles in this war. Only 7,000 incoming. The others might be raid because I scorch earth over here, but my army quality is so trash that we are barely winning those battles. But it's not as bad as I thought. We have a chance of winning that, but that's not gonna be easy. At the same time, when you're fighting here, I will be rushing the forts around here. Remember, this is a Grand Company, so I can just go and rush this fort. While be looking at this, as long as we have meat points, we don't have many of them. There it goes, the first fort is down. This battle is super close, and it was all about the rolls, I think. Okay, these guys are coming back to defend their homeland, so we managed to get our goal. Let's see if we can deal with them over here. Attack with those guys. Then, the current combat width is 27, so here we have 15,000, so we need 12,000 of infantry, and of course all of our artillery to go and reinforce at first, then start the reinforcements with this 8,000, this 8,000, and they're not even needed because you can see that we are completely winning these battles without a chance for a stack wipe, but that was an easy one and they've lost way more troops. What's their manpower? They still have a lot of it. The battles with Moscow are super close, but we managed to win another one of them, and here we just keep concentrating the merc stack, so rush this fort down quicker. I did not even have to spend mill points to rush it, because we just breached the walls manually. Now we have 27% of the war score without the war goal, which is not bad. What is going on with the coalitions in this game? Look, Ottomans are about to get a gigantic coalition in Europe. I think that's gonna be everything that they can get out of this war. So those provinces were reparations, maybe a couple of ducats just for a longer truce. Send the peace deal. I'm not gonna accord by myself, I'll just release here a vassal, which is gonna be super useful because that's gonna be obviously the Novgorod. And the Novgorod is gonna be fed with those provinces that I got here. So province number 1, province number 2, of course I remember to divert trade from them. So now we have 45 of income, we just need to regain our allies. So they might protect us in case of somebody attacking us when we are bankrupt, but that's gonna be really Aragon far better. Then I need to improve relations with both because see, we pirated them. Oh my god, really? Really? You cared about this one ship pirating you? It's 100. It was really worth to improve relations with Bohemia as well because I'm gonna ally them. Just right now, fingers crossed that all those 3 allies are gonna keep the alliance. Why I will be bankrupt. Now, the funny thing, even though I have almost all of the loans taken, it's 48 of it's increased to 72. If I turn off my armies and I turn off my forts, I'm actually making money. So theoretically, I don't really have to go bankrupt in this case, even though it seems like impossible. So let's just repay these loans, the money that we have. Tick, 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 tick. And tick, tick, and tick. Repay another few loans. And look now. We have 14 of balance. We don't have to go bankrupt. Just in the same time, let me start annexing Norway to fix the situation even better, and we need to keep decreasing autonomy in the provinces. Something that's gonna be very useful in this case is interest per annum. That's gonna decrease the spending on interest and increase our balance. This is the end of the disaster, religious tournoi, but the question is that gonna start the second disaster? No, because we have 100 of religious unity, so that's completely not a problem. You know what? Screw it, I'm gonna bankruptcy build. We have 30 out of 75 loans. Let's take up to 55. You can see that even with 50 loans, we are still keeping positive balance. Let me take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that we are at 55 loans, I'm gonna invest all of those into, first of all, the trade buildings, because trade is the main source of our income, and we just may have to make sure that each trade center that we are owning is having a trade building, including those inside our vassal. Then we need to get the other buildings, like for example workshops, and of course manufactories. Now we need to wait for this building to finish. Once those buildings finish, we have to wait 5 years to declare the bankruptcy. I'll also invest a bunch of money on building up a trade fleet, so be able to protect the trade more efficiently. Finally, I'll go and attack Verdun to get the trade centers from here, and France is gonna help us. Let's just make sure that Austrian allies are trash, and Austria is about to not accept the call to arms. So let me just wait this couple of months. There it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna call France to help us. Let's go for the conquest of Hamburg and go and carpet. Even why I can take the mill tech, which will help me keep the innovativeness. This allows me to take a big chunk of war reparations, money, and enter on rivalship to increase our prestige. From Mecklenburg, I'm gonna take, most importantly, the trade power, war reparations, and additionally also some money. From Bremen, we are gonna take same trade power, war reparations, full money. From Verdun, I want our core, and Holstein together with Hamburg. Those two are trade centers, so they're gonna be very important in this peace deal. Some nations will be able to join the coalition, so I'm gonna piece this out in December, so Cleves, Bremen and Würzburg won't be able to join. With trade ships done, I'm gonna protect the trade in Lübeck with them and send a flag and create a flagship, ship trade power, rough armies and engagement with. The Sophia Amalia will be a light ship. Diplomatic reputation and annexation costs will help annexing Norway faster, while over here we want also full money and war reparations. So this is very beautiful, and now let's see how it's gonna affect our income. 54 is beautiful, so if I turned off my army, I would be almost making money, even though I'm spending 28 on interest, which is more than an earning from trade. I can finally get rid of these trash rulers and heirs by simply switching our government reform to States General. This allows us to choose the rulers from those two, 534 and 303. 534 is a great choice, and that's strengthening our management far better. Look, I can start converting Finn, which is a religious center. See this? I can start converting it, and that's gonna take a while, but not that long, only 5 years. Because of this, I'll have to go for Kansfeld, which would happen sooner or later because we anyway had a different dynasty than the game wanted us to have. So just gonna go through this and fix the situation even quicker. That's how it feels. Poland just got declared by the Ottomans, so Bye bye bye, Poland. Sleep well. What just happened? Remember, I had these 2 provinces in the British Isles that I kept as a province of interest. France? Why, asking me to join the war, I did absolutely nothing there. They gave me occupation of those 2 provinces, and they gave me those 2 provinces in a peace deal. What if I release a vassal? This is gonna be Northumberland. So actually, if you wanted to, we could recover their provinces in the next war with England. With the last manufacturer finished, we need to count 5 years, because every building that you finish in 5 years before you go bankrupt is gonna be destroyed. So we're gonna wait until April 1559. Now with Norway finished, it's gonna get even better. Let me state all of the promises that we just received, and again, reorganize both armies and navies. Look, we've got a colony thanks to them, so theoretically it would be more worth to just wait for them to finish this colony. But if I wanted to go colonial, I would just make claims and declare wars on the natives, but I'll leave that to the owner of the safe. Anyway, I can decrease a lot of I just by an accident increased our economy once, it doesn't matter. That should boost our economy even further, which is right now already at the level of 75. So let's say I didn't want to go bankrupt, I could totally sustain it, but this interest is just killing us. Now we would like the monarchist candidate 634. We just need to find an event that will increase the monarchist's power. And integrate Norway is giving us monthly autonomy change, and United Scandinavia is giving us yearly legitimacy. Versus Russia, we have 27 of the combat with. So let's go take 27,000 of troops of infantry, all of the artillery, and then I'll leave this 18,000 with 2k artillery, and these guys need 1 more k to make it work. They are not paying for 2 forts, forts in Smolensk and forts in Yaroslav. Let me try attacking them, of course, for the reconquest. That's gonna be reconquest. Let's say reconquest of Kolm. And I'm gonna try rushing those. Oh, never mind. You go to Yaroslav. Not gonna be on time, but there will be so little defenders that I'll just rush this fort almost right away, while those guys will go after Kolm and then Luki. Look, it's only 160 defenders. Let me just do this. 2 days and it's down. I'm so sorry, Mr. Russia, you have no chance even if you outnumber me, because you're again 2 techs behind. They're at 11, I'm at 13th. So I'm just wiping the floor out of them, especially with updated artillery. Bye. National Bank is something very useful, but too bad it didn't happen during the bankruptcy. So it's gonna decrease my inflation, give me some money, and give me either inflation reduction or interest per annum. But as I'm gonna go bankrupt, yearly inflation is gonna be something more useful in our case. I'm taking the course of Novgorod, a couple of provinces from them here, so they get 2 trade centers in Novgorod trade node, and of course war reparations for us, so we can actually live somehow during the bankruptcy. We are about to go bankrupt. Actually, we should do that next month, but I need to spend my PowerPoint somehow first. So I have a choice, either to go and take the text to be up to date, or go repay the inflation before we go bankrupt. And I'll go with repaying the inflation, so let's just do tick. It's just 22, so theoretically if I turn off my forts and turn off my armies, I'll be having a very positive balance even with 13,000 of debt. Spent all the mill points on the quality idea, another decrease of the inflation, and with the rest of the diplo points I have all the cultures accepted. Let me just go and develop some provinces. Oh, Utrecht is gonna be not perfect, it's not in my node, so instead of that I'll the Laskogen is not also that good, but let me just go and develop the Laskogen, Marienburg, and right now we are good to go. So instead of 80 income, that should decrease because of the devastation. So just do 77, but we need a month tick for it to update, and it's just 15 of inflation and 39 of balance. That's also some rebels loading, but to be honest, I expected more. Let's retake some advisors. That's gonna be only level 1 advisors, so production guy, and for the others I need to earn money. Oh yeah, the under is also updated. It's a little bit worse than I expected it to be, but honestly it's not that bad. I just need an advisor for the unrest. So to do it, I will actually sell my titles and seize land Now we can spend this money on better advisors. From papacy, let's go for the inflation reduction, so it's gonna keep decreasing even faster. With the honors guy employed, that's far better, and I can stab some of those rebels with my armies, but not so many of them. The rest of the money I want to invest into improving the trade centers, especially in Zlewikk, because we've lost so much trade power over here. So let's just improve trade center number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Then the Baltic Sea, I think it's pretty much all good, but I can still improve this one. Muscovy is dying to Lithuania and Poland, while Poland is dying to Austria and Bohemia. Okay boys, I think this is the moment to finish. We are out of bankruptcy, 82 income, but more importantly 43 of balance, 90,000 maximum power, 100 of force limit, about to finish the ideas very soon, more or less up to date in the text. So I think this is totally saved and in a very good position to keep role playing, to keep expanding into Europe, expanding into East, and making Denmark great again. If you enjoyed this type of series, so ruined campaigns from you, remember to leave a like on this video, and if you have any ruined campaigns, you can send it to me via Discord. And if you're really enjoying ruined campaigns, you're gonna also like the historic ruined campaign series that I'm running lately.